Yo, what's up, crypto community? Your man, Mr. Solution. A lot of persons have been asking, where do we go from here? Some are asking if the bull market is over. Some are asking if this is the onset of the bear market. Okay, so I'm putting up this video to guide you on what to expect or to share with you what I think about the market, my sentiments as regards the market. And please remember that whatever you're learning here is for edutainment purpose, is for education and as well as for entertainment. Do not swallow it hook, line and sinker. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not base your actions off of what you'll be learning from this channel, because I do not know it all. I do not pride myself as someone that has done it all. Okay, the function of a financial analyst is to use the present data to extrapolate what would likely happen in the future. Okay, so there is no cast in stone, there is no assurance here. All right, looking at this at my screen, I am actually on BTC PIP, that's BTC Perpetual Futures, using FTS exchange, using FTS.com, the number one exchange I've been using for my trade for a very long time now. All right, so okay, this is the previous analysis I did before now. Okay, when we had this bull flag, and I told the persons that I shared the information with that I am expecting a move up to this very level. And of course you can see that after this breakout we actually got to that very level, and then after we touched it, market now reversed and we've been going down. Currently the price of BTC is at $45,374. That's 45.3, so to say. Okay, so we actually at the 45k region, and then the question arises, what is happening? All right, but before we decide on what will happen, let's look at what happened. Okay, so after we broke out, or after we broke out of this channel, we got to this very point, and then we reversed, and then we saw this down, we saw this move down. Look at this green, this is green candle I'm talking about, this week here. Okay, we saw this push downwards, and after the push we saw a heavy buyback that followed it. Market actually went up again, and then went up, but then couldn't continue with the momentum, and then it's still going down. Okay, going down. So currently we are more like consolidating. Okay, we are more like consolidating. So let me just draw a channel. Let me draw a channel to indicate what's happening currently. Okay, and then what I'm expecting, let me use this horizontal line. Okay, let me use this horizontal line here, and then another one, and then another one too, this. Okay, I should probably change the color or something. Let me change the color so that it doesn't confuse us. Let me change it to green. Okay, and that's why I'll change this to green too. Okay, so this is the channel we're seeing here. The market has actually been consolidating here. Okay, so what are we expecting? We've seen here that it couldn't continue, it couldn't keep up with that consolidation, because it has broken below that. Okay, it has actually gone below that. Look at, currently we're at 44,523. that's where it is right now. Okay, so we're actually going down. So where do we think this move downwards could take us to? Okay, where are we looking at? What is the place that if it eventually crosses, we know that there is danger? All right, so because as it stands now, I can't really give you the full assurance that the bull market is over. No, it's not really over. Why is it not over? Look at this thing, look at this place now. Follow this very channel, follow this this. Okay, see what happened now. Okay, it kind of touched it. Okay, after the fall, it came back again, touched it before this current move again downwards. Okay, so what am I actually expecting? I am saying that if this level eventually holds, if this current support, because assistance now is actually at support level, if eventually this support level holds, and then we should get back again, firstly we need to get back to this very area. Okay, we need to break through this resistance, and if we succeed in breaking through this resistance, the next place we are entering is this very channel. Okay, the previous the previous bear flag that was formed, we could possibly enter there, maybe consolidate a little before shooting up. But right now we are going, it's kind of going down. So I'm projecting that the lowest it could go before we see a rapid, okay, a rapid turnaround. The lowest it could go should be around this. Okay, let me use this now. Okay, we could get it around here. Okay, it could possibly, let me use this as an indicator. Not this. Okay, so I am respecting this is where I'm looking at right now. This is where I'm focused on right now. I want to see how it reacts to this place. I want to see what happens if it eventually gets to this very level now. Okay, if it gets to this zone, I want to see how it reacts, because it's possible that this fall could get here. It's very much possible. Okay, so this is where I'm actually waiting to see how it reacts, because this is the major support I'm looking at right now. Okay, why is it the major support? Because this is where this breakout kind of happened, then before we enter this bull flag that formed here. Okay, then eventually there was this breakout. So this is where I'm waiting for this fall to get to. If eventually gets to this very zone now, this is will tell me if truly everything has collapsed, or maybe I should change my bias from being bullish to being bearish. So right now, because it hasn't gotten there, I think shorting the market now, it's very precarious, and I also think longing it is very precarious. Okay, so I want it to firstly get to this zone. So I'm talking about the price range is around, okay, that's 40k, a 40k, sub 40k sort of. Okay, so I'm looking at the price getting to sub 40k, so that it will tell me if truly we are going up. Because if eventually gets to this very zone now, if price eventually gets to this very zone, and then there is a reaction, because this is where the alternative force will come into play. This is where many buyers are waiting to buy. So I want to see the buying pressure. If the buying pressure at this very point is huge, if the buying pressure is high, what it means is that we're gonna get a sharp reversal to the upside. The market will still keep going up. But right now, I wouldn't want, even though yes, this is a very good shorting opportunity, because looking at how this week is forming, looking at it very well, we could see that, it's very much possible that it's gonna get to this very place. But then sometimes, you need to just allow some things to, you need to allow some opportunities to pass you by, because maybe in the course of trying to utilize that opportunity, you could get kicked in the balls. Okay, you could harm yourself. So I want to see this thing very playing out very well. I want to see this get to this very zone. If and I see that there is actually a rejection, I could probably decide to short. But even if I'm shorting, my profit target will be minimal. If I'm shorting, I should be taking my profit around this place. I should be taking my profit around here. Okay, see where I'll be looking to forward to taking my profit. Something around this area here now. Okay, I'll be taking my profit around this zone. Okay, if I'm too short, if peradventure I decide to short, this is where I should be looking at taking my profit. But then I want to see how it reacts if it eventually falls to this very place, because it's obvious that this support is not holding. The support is not holding, so it's actually coming down to the major support, which is here. Why is it the major support? Because this is actually where this breakout occurred that kind of led to the formation of this bull flag that led to this breakout, and the eventually breakout didn't hold. Then we are coming back again. Remember, market is all about levels. So if you're able to identify the levels, if you're able to identify your levels very well, trading becomes very easy. It becomes very juicy for you. Okay, so I'm actually looking at these very levels now to see how it reacts there. So right now, I'm sitting on my toes. I'm waiting. I'm looking. Okay, I haven't traded since this week, so to say. So I'm actually sitting to see how everything finally ends. As it stands now, my eyes are on these levels. My eyes are on the 40k levels and sub 40k levels. So let me see how price react to this very zone. Now, if eventually gets to it, the reaction on this zone will tell me what to do, if I should maybe become bearish, or maybe if I should look forward to buying. Of course, every rational person will know that this is actually a bull market. Okay, we are still in a bull market. It doesn't change anything that we are getting these consolidations, we are getting these breakdowns. It doesn't change the fact that this is still a bull market. But remember, you don't be a perma bull, you don't be a perma bear, you don't be a permanent bull, you don't be a permanent bear. So you keep looking at things, you keep adjusting your sentiment and all that. That is how you make profit. You don't hold tenaciously to one conviction, so you kind of switch it at intervals. All right, so like I said, I'm very very certain that we are testing this level. I'm very very it's just so obvious to me that we are testing this level. But before then, I want to see how it finally reacts before I decide to do what I want to do. Sometimes the best trade is not taking any trade, so I will just wait for this setup to play out. If it eventually plays out, I will now know what to do. Okay, so this is just the little thing I want to share with you guys, so that you know what I'm looking forward to, you know what you should be doing as well. Okay, so till I come your way again, I remain Mr. Solution. And please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. This is your way of encouraging me that you're following up with what I'm doing and you're getting educated, you're getting enlightened on what I am doing. All right guys, I'll see you in the subsequent episode. Stay jiggy.